One of the most entertaining and fun ones was when we had all of the industry giants dressed up in togas.
In the ballroom of the hotel, in comes a chariot with a guy and a team of horses, and you're like, well, what could be more off the top than this?
Paul Peterson wearing his apron with David in Rome. There's just some things you can't unsee.
People had a ball with that. They let their guard down. That was great.
I came into this job on January 1. The convention was in Cabo down in February. I had nothing to do with the planning. I didn't know what was going on, and my wife and I both went. On the theme dinner night, we had it out on the beach. And it was after dark, and somebody said, okay, it's time to start the show. And the first part of the show was this fireworks display out in the ocean. Here in fireworks was lit up the OCA emblem. And then right beside that was Clark Street and Chris Runyon. Our names were out there in fireworks. And I thought, oh my heavens, what have I gotten myself into that somebody could even begin to think of something like this?
Well, I remember a long time ago, OCA Convention, where we were in Acapulco and we went to a bull ring. They were asking for volunteers to go and fight the bull. I definitely didn't volunteer, but they asked me to go out there. So I went behind a barrier because I didn't want to fight a bull. And one of our other members, named Don Koski, went out there with 3 or 4 other guys. And lo and behold, he got gored. And of course, the Mexican people thought that was just hilarious.
Also, another memorable moment on a convention, which was my first. My wife and I were fortunate enough to be able to go to Sydney, Australia, when John Kurtz was inducted as president back then, and he and Jim Jurgensen were locked in the hallway of the hotel. But I don't know all the details, but I'll let him tell you that.
Jimmy's floor was one above mine, and we agreed that we were gonna have another drink together. We met in the stairwell, had some Galliano Black Opal Sambuca, which you can only get in Australia. Had more than we really needed to have. We decided to go back to our respective rooms. The only trouble was that the doors were locked. Somehow or other, I don't know if beating on the doors, somebody finally let us in or out, and it was a memory that I'll never forget.
Which hilarious moment. I mean, I've seen the video of Jim Jurgensen outside the hotel in Australia wearing nothing but a robe and a shower cap during the fire alarm, or the time that Aaron Peterson rode up and down in the elevator for about an hour and a half in Hawaii in a big fan chair.
When we went to Italy the first time, when we had our annual meeting, I think there were 1,200 people went to this convention. When we had the annual meeting, Bill Rulin and I were the only 2 at the meeting. You know, the minute that airplane landed in Rome, everybody just went all directions. And you didn't see them till the way back.
If we don't hit one, we kick ourselves in the pants for not doing it. Irene and I love to travel, and going to convention has become something that's part of the reason why we stay in business and keep working, is we just want to go to that next convention.
My wife Noreen, she was out snorkeling out in Hawaii and saw a barracuda, and I've never seen somebody swim so fast. Upon seeing that fish, and she came up out of the water just all out of breath. They're just very memorable experiences from so many of those conventions, all in unique places, and I've enjoyed them all.